Huh. This is going to be a short review. Disappointed with the League of Villains? Not to worry, they are due for an upgrade and it's finally time to accept it. As long as Shigaraki can match to the expectations of a giant crybaby and Dr. Eggman. Continuing off from the flashback, a couple of more questions are answered, and it's only a matter of time for Shigaraki and others to pose a serious threat. So after getting Raging Demon by Gigantomachia, proving the League is a joke, and this is coming from the big guy, the doctor from the radio communicates with Shigaraki to detail the big guy's background. But first, a Hawk Smash for them to survive. A big guy isn't a big guy without a Hawk Smash. I can't see why Gran Torino and others had a problem with his devastating power. However, the doctor further elaborates his usefulness as well as why he is crying. He was once All For One's personal bodyguard. Makes sense to me with that power. Though I wonder, where was he during the Hideout Raid arc? He not only have inhuman stamina, as if being large isn't inhuman enough, but apparently he has multiple quirks and can use them without modification. Is this going to be a norm for this series? Many characters with multiple quirks? It's as if it's a way to forgive Deku's 6th quirk. Already has Shoto look common. Anyway, Gigantomachia is extremely loyal to All For One, hence his bowling. So much so, he is willing to throw his body and life for him, even if it does kill him. He sure failed in that department, but perhaps he can owe it up with Shigaraki. Dabi throws fire at him, but he just eat those like snacks. Essentially, it's a showcase of how strong he is with multiple quirks, inhuman stamina, and highly resistant to strong attacks. Sounds like a sweet bundle. The only way to tame him is All For One's voice recording. He's like a lost puppy. The best bet you can ask for. Shigaraki doesn't want him because he wants to remain as a loser. But seriously, he's pretty stubborn with his choices, which the doctor calls him out. The days of acting like a child is over. Time to man up and be intimidating. Some kind of slime comes out from their inside. It's the same one All For One used back in Hideout Raid arc, but more importantly, this would answer on who this person is, the one Dabi called for in Pro Hero Arc. We first get a glimpse of the Doctor, who looks similar to Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll bet this design will look better than live action version. The real highlight from the transitional segment is the laboratory site. High-End is there, but it's not just one. There are 12 of them. Each have his own unique design. We know one was taken out, so I assume there's 11 now. One was bad enough, so imagine up against 12 of them. It's like witnessing tyrants from Resident Evil. As long as it remains before the 4th one, they are threatening. The doctor is pretty high and mighty on his masterful work with all the yelling and excitement. He calls high-ends supernomos. Simple enough. His ego appears to be incredibly large. Narcissist, if you may call him. For instance, he doesn't want anyone to approach to him. He prefers he approach to them, even though he's the one that called them up with some ooze. Otherwise, he will resume the beatdown from Gigantomachia. I do wonder the story behind Shigaraki's father. He did reply with everyone's doing well. The doctor is All For One's right-hand man or close aide, and he goes by the name Daruma Uchiko. That's the name who Dabi called out before, or later after, since this is technically a flashback. He would offer Shigaraki his technology and creations. However, like Gigantomachia, he too wants to see if Shigaraki is worth to carry the reign of their beloved master. It's sort of funny how he pointed out how useless Shigaraki has been, and yet, he's not wrong. How can he prove himself to be a worthy successor? This was an interesting chapter, though it felt really short. It's basically an introduction to two of All For One's top men, though it did cover some of the questions, including the name Dabi called out before. The content is small, but it more or less made up for his art, including that laboratory shot. It looks really good. It's all about how Shigaraki can prove his worth. Knowing the present he may have, the acceptance for an upgrade draws near. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a short review. That's only because there's not much to talk about but the introduction to the Doctor and the Giant himself. Even though we have seen him before, we now know what he's capable of. So slowly but surely, we're going to see how Shigaraki wins them over. What do you think of the chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.